While Kazakhstan fights for your capital, realistically it means an opportunity is opening up here in Kazakhstan. And while many of the Central Asian nations are also fighting for your capital, Kazakhstan has been doing something that's unique. And realistically, I think it could save you thousands of dollars. So, hello and welcome back to the Traveling Reports. Today we're going over Kazakhstan and how realistically it's a very unique subset of a country and of a block of countries that is paving the path for very unique ideation towards foreign capital. And while many people will look at the Kazakh FDI and say, well, there's a large outflow, I'm here to tell you today why that's not exactly a bad thing. Of course, if you are looking for a way to move out of your home country, whether that's the United States or Europe, because you believe it is going in the incorrect direction and you don't believe your money matters, I'll help you to move where your money matters, and I'll do this through the Sovereign one-pager, which is linked down below in the description. I will also put the form up on the screen right now, so you have the ability to look at what exactly the potential is there. Now, when I say Kazakhstan is moving towards a unique ideation in Central Asia, what do I mean by that? And realistically, what I mean is Kazakhstan has moved towards foreign direct investment in a sense of allowing all people to have a say. And realistically, their cutoffs for the amounts invested is not that high for Central Asian standards. Of course, for global standards, it is high. However, realistically, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, they don't want transient people. They want people who are looking to build with the country and grow with the country. And this is something that realistically is very beneficial to you as an investor. What are the outlays for the Kazakh investor permits? Realistically, what you're looking at is 60,000 US dollars in a fund that is actively managed. And so a business that is actively managed by you, you can get a startup visa, what is called a startup visa, for you and your business. If you are looking to just have a more passive investment, so this can be property, this can be a managed investment, they want you to put in 120,000. Now, this is notably less than, say, Bukhara, or say, Tashkent, or even Kyrgyz Republic. And so, realistically, as time goes on, as people start to fight for your capital, what is happening in Central Asia is showing that there is a large potential for future growth in foreign direct investments. Now, a lot of these programs are to counter the influence of Russia and China, and particularly have good views of Europeans, so let's say Polish people, Brits, French people, Spaniards, but also Americans and Canadians, and particularly Americans and Canadians. And although Canadians do not have as big of a potential for their investments to be protected, realistically, both Europe and the United States have extensive trade networks with Central Asia that does protect you from nationalization. And this is important, especially in Central Asia, where they've been known to nationalize industry, to take away businesses. However, this also rails against a lot of what internationalization channels are saying. American capital is seen as good. American capital is seen as beneficial to new people internationally and the new order internationally. And realistically, they're rolling out the red carpet. And I'm here in a small coffee shop. It's a relatively nice coffee shop. I'll put a video up of it over the video itself. In Almaty, Kazakhstan, realistically, what you're looking at for Kazakh investments is something like this could have a ROE, a return on equity, of dozens of percent. And a coffee, just like this one, is not cheap realistically from even a US dollar perspective. However, people are able to spend and want to spend, and there is a domestic market, which is something that, of course, China is grappling with not having a domestic market. Kyrgyzstan is dealing with debt, and so Kazakhstan is some place that I think is unique in and of itself. Now, real estate here is a different story, and I think that if you're looking at a real estate play, this is not the place I'd do it. But if you are looking at a place where you can grow and you can invest in a solid, growing country where the demographic crisis is being averted by nationalism and realistic policy, then I would say that realistically it is someplace that I would recommend you to go and check out. And of course, if you're interested in this sort of breakdown, I would appreciate you commenting down below where you would like me to go next. I am headed towards Mongolia, and so if you'd like to see an Asian country that you are most interested in, I would appreciate a comment down below. If you are looking for a way to join me on this journey of internationalization and globalization, feel free to subscribe. If you like this video, feel free to like it. If you really like this video, feel free to share it with your friends. If you're looking for a way to go where your money matters and you want the optionality that I have created, then feel free to drop down into the description, click on that sovereign one-pager document, and fill it out for me. I would really appreciate it. And of course, for the first 10 people that sign that document, it is only $350. With that said, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate you watching. This has been the Traveling Report, signing off.